This is Harlem Storm. It ain't all good, and it damn sure ain't all easy. Prison stories from a female point of view. When I got out of prison, I was writing Mutulu Shakur, Tupac's father. And after a few letters, we had an intellectual connection, a meeting of the minds. And we liked each other. And I knew at that period of time that he was serving a lot of time. And I was trying my hardest not to get involved with someone serving a whole lot of time, because that's heartbreaking. We all know stories about that. And, after doing 7 years, I just really wasn't up for any more heartbreak. I had my own demons to deal with at that particular time, So it was like I wanted to keep things intellectual, and then I started having feelings, of course, like anybody would have, when you get to know somebody and they're really intelligent and, worldly. And Mutulu is the type of person that is very worldly, very well read, okay? And, when you know someone in prison and you've done time, you know the hurt. You know what it feels like to be in there, okay? It ain't fun. I don't care if it's for overnight, a day, it doesn't much matter. The point is, the most valuable asset in your whole life, other than breathing, is the fact that you have your freedom. Okay, whatever that means. And I think freedom means different things to different people. Okay, but the object with the prison piece is the fact that you can't go. You can't come and go as you please. You can't go out and get a pizza. I mean, one of my biggest desires, dumb as it sounds, was pizza and an ice cold beer. Very simple, right? Not a big demand, right? But the thing is, if you can't get to it, you don't have your freedom, okay? Freedom is that first breath, that you take when you're out, okay? And you don't realize, that expression when they say, you don't realize something until it's missing. Trust me, that's true. I didn't even know what my freedom really, truly, truly was until I had it taken away, okay? And as I wrote him, bit by bit, I started getting feelings that I didn't want to tell him. I didn't want to tell him because I know he was going to, follow through on that, okay? It was a situation where I had to keep telling myself, don't. You got too much to get together. You got your own demons. You got to get your life together. You just got out, this, that, and the other, etc. Okay? And I wanted to try to continue with my craft, which was music, and writing. And Mutulu finally said to me in a letter, you're really pretty, and but you're really not trying to hear that, right? And I quote, end quote. And I wrote him back saying, no, I'm really not trying to hear that right about now, because I think he understood that, I've got my own things that I've got to do, that I've got to do first, before, first and foremost, because when you get out of prison, it's a thing like everything is different. Everything is all upside down in terms of where you're going to live, where you're going to work, how you're going to eat, not to be dragged back into the same old quicksand that you was in before you went to prison, whatever the situation may be for individuals, okay? Either way, you still have a lot of stuff that you've got to pull together, okay? In my case, it was, where was I going to live? How was I going to, maintain? At that time, I was writing for the New York Shakespeare Festival for Joe Papp, a big producer in New York. And he did Color Girls and Chorus Line and all that Broadway stuff, And here I was, just, an intern playwright at the time, So, writers don't make much money. Neither do musicians, really. The whole entertainment industry, when you're breaking into it, can be, a daunting task, okay? Especially for females, depending on what kind of music you do. If you don't want to show your tits and ass out there, okay, then you're going to have even a harder time, okay? Now, when you're like me and you do it for the love, you don't have to kiss nobody's ass. And that's a good feeling, okay? But anyway, back to Mutulu and love in prison. I basically put the wall up, my own wall, an emotional wall, not the prison wall, the emotional wall. And I didn't want to hurt him by, stringing him along and saying, I'm trying to hear that. Thanks. I'm glad you think I'm beautiful. And I think you're beautiful too. And let's do this. And, I didn't want to do that. He has suffered enough. And, I didn't want to do that. I just didn't want to hurt it. So shout out to Mutulu Shakur, who tried to put me down with a record deal. Shout out to Mutulu Shakur. Free Mutulu. This is Harlem Storm. It ain't all good, and it damn sure ain't all easy. Till next time, peace. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and support your girl. Okay? Women need a voice. Peace. Notice, no loitering, no peddling, no soliciting allowed in this building. Yes, that's true. But don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers too. Peace.